Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of the Fro Wrestling Podcast. This episode we are looking at WrestleMania Predictions. Let's jump straight in. We've got the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. This match, there's a good chance it's not even going to take place. Let's be honest. We know about The Miz being sick. They're going to change it around. It's supposed to be a ladder match. I suspect they'll still have a ladder match with John Morrison coming out the winner and retaining the Tag Team Championship. We've got the Raw Tag Team Championship. We've got the Street Profits taking on Angel Garza and Austin Theory. This tag team from NXT is thrown together at the last minute. I don't anticipate they'll do much. Raw Tag Team Championship doesn't change. We've got the worthless match of the night, Bobby Lashley and Aleister Black. Aleister Black has to win this because they've done nothing of substance with Bobby Lashley since he got to the company, and I don't see them doing it now. Aleister Black moves on. The Women's Tag Team Championship, you've got Alexa Bliss, you've got Nikki Cross, and of course you got the Kabuki Warriors. I suspect the Kabuki Warriors retain. I think they're trying to help Kairi Sane want to stay in WWE. Baron Corbin, Elias, another almost worthless match. I'm hoping Elias wins. He needs the push. Corbin has been shoved down our throats. I'm pulling for Elias in this one. Otis and Dolph Ziggler, you already know Dolph Ziggler is going to win the match, but I would love to see them pull a swerve and give Otis the victory, because wouldn't you just love to see him and Mandy Rose get back together? The Intercontinental Championship match, Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn. This is a match that has needed to happen for a very long time. I've predicted Sami Zayn is going to retain the championship here, but you just never know with WWE. I'm hoping Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak go on and go for the Tag Team Championship, move on from this singles competition. Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, another match that I want to care about. I just simply don't. I think Kevin Owens wins the match. I think he has to win the match. He's been buried enough in this feud, and Seth Rollins has had his time at top. The Women's Women's Championship match for SmackDown. This one, again, this match isn't about 5 women. This is about Bayley and Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks, I believe, wins the SmackDown Women's Championship. NXT Women's Championship, Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. Charlotte does not lose a whole lot losing here, so I think Charlotte loses this match because we really need a way to establish Rhea Ripley as the future of the women's division. Rhea Ripley retains the NXT Women's Championship, in my prediction. Charlotte Flair, it's great to see her in NXT, but I think her future does not lie in the NXT brand. The Raw Women's Championship, you've got Shayna Baszler, who we all probably feel the same way is going to walk out as the new Raw Women's Champion. Becky Lynch has had her time. She's had the championship since last WrestleMania. That's incredible. That's fantastic. But it's time to move on to somebody new, and I think that's what we're going to see here. John Cena versus The Fiend. Look, let's be honest. John Cena requested this match. I think The Fiend is going to win the match. I think John wanted to do that for his character, especially after him giving up the Universal Championship at the in the last Saudi Arabia show. I think this is the perfect opportunity for John Cena to put somebody over. So I say The Fiend wins. The Boneyard match, it's The Undertaker, it's WrestleMania. You can't have him lose too many of these WrestleMania matches before people are going to start saying that the streak was a hoax. The Undertaker is going to win this match, hands down, going away, and he's going to defeat AJ Styles. But I do like everything they've done, and I do think we'll see Gallows and Anderson be a part of the interference. Edge versus Randy Orton. This, for me, is the best match of the night. Edge is going to win in his return match. Otherwise, why even come back? It's not like him losing is going to help Randy Orton. Edge is going to take the win, and Edge is going to come back to WWE for all these dream match scenarios. I think this is a great one. Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre. McIntyre himself saying what a class act Brock Lesnar's been since he's been in this program with him. I think this is perfectly set up for Drew McIntyre to take that next step and be a main event star. Drew McIntyre wins the WWE Championship. Brock Lesnar puts him over clean, and I think that's exactly what Brock is good at. he's really good at elevating stars. And of course, we got the Goldberg thing. We know it was supposed to be against Roman Reigns. We know that's not going to be the case now. This match, whether you agree with him being Universal Champion or not, is irrelevant at this point. They did it for mainstream attention of Roman Reigns and Goldberg, and now that's not even going to happen. So now everybody knows that there's going to be a replacement for Roman Reigns, and you know, those people who tune in to all the wrestling news sheets and everything, you already have strong inkling of who that is. As a matter of fact, last night ESPN said that it's Braun Strowman. I actually predict they're going to give the championship to Braun Strowman. They're going to have him go over Goldberg just because you don't want to rely on Goldberg, especially right now with COVID-19 going on. You need to have a champion who's younger and athletic and everything. God forbid something happens to Goldberg. I think you give it to Strowman, and then eventually you're going to see the match with Strowman versus The Fiend, probably at SummerSlam or sooner, and I think that's something we could all get behind. And then I actually think if we do the Strowman versus The Fiend match before SummerSlam, then we'll end up seeing the original Roman Reigns versus The Fiend we'll see later on at SummerSlam. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, on the topic of WWE and WrestleMania, we already know in Florida that they had been taping as many of their shows as they could from Full Sail University. We know that is off. They are no longer doing Full Sail. They're no longer doing WrestleMania. WWE is out of Florida for right now because of the anti-gathering laws that are established down there. So that's a huge thing for WWE because that's their location, that's their hub, that's where they have all their performance center and all those things, and that's not going to be able to happen anymore because of the strictness of the stay-at-home orders. So I'm curious to see what WWE does going forward. It's not like they don't have a massive amount of information in their library that they couldn't do something else, but I wonder what it will do for viewership if they don't have new products. We'll have to wait and see. AEW, on the other hand, with their Dynamite show, they recorded up to 2 months worth of matches at their most recent tapings in Georgia, so they should be good to go until probably May, end of May. So they should be good to go. So we're going to get original new content for AEW for an extended period of time, and it's like they were putting their talents back and forth, left and right. This guy's wrestling this show, off that show, doing commentary and stuff like that, just to keep people fresh. I think it was a great idea, smart planning on their part, and we'll have to wait and see how that all turns out in the end. And of course, the Broken Skull Sessions have been announced. Their next episode is going to air with Ric Flair as Stone Cold Steve Austin's guest. It should be exciting to see if he could pull some good old stories out of Ric Flair. I'm hoping that they get the opportunity to really dig into things that Flair doesn't always talk about. I would love to see him talk about people like Bruiser Brody, because I know Flair had a great relationship with Brody, and Flair's experiences traveling around the world as NWA champion and things like that. That we always seem to end up in the same line of questions and things like that, and it becomes like one Flair interview is like every other Flair interview. I'm hoping we get something new and original in this particular interview. That's all the time we have for this episode. Check back with us next episode. Run down the latest wrestling news and rumors. Special thanks as always go out to bensound.com and purpleplanet.com. They provide the music we use in our shows. If you want to support one of our absolute best sponsors, Beazle Games, bringing a new game to family game night is easy right now. This is a great time to pick up a copy of Sketchy People. Go to our website at frowrestling.com and click the link to pick up a copy today. And to alleyrepair.com. Thanks, Alley Repair, for taking care of all my skee ball, pinball, and arcade game needs. If you need that, contact alleyrepair.com. They are top quality, first class production. And if you're looking for your next career move, maybe you're thinking about higher education, maybe you want to go to a career technical school, check out our sister website at frolifeplanning.com, where we take care of all your higher education needs, because Fro Life Educational Planning is for today, for tomorrow, and for life with Fro Life. I'm Fred Froelich, better known as Mr. Fro. I want to thank you for taking a few moments with us today. And for more wrestling news and rumors, make sure you check out www.tsj101sports.com, the official sponsor of the Fro Wrestling Podcast. Till next time, take care, everybody. Have a great night.